Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Boz here, and welcome back to another one of my videos. And today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the Black Ops 3 Zombies Shadows of Evil storyline. And if you want a direct link to it, I'll have it down in the description below. But without further ado, let's get started. In 1942, in a fictional city known as Morgue City, there reside 4 individuals: Nero Blackstone, Jessica Rose, Jack Vincent, and Floyd Campbell. All of them have committed various sins in their lives. We know that it takes place in 1942 because Floyd Campbell's fight was on a Friday on April 10th. The only year in the 1940s where April 10th fell on a Friday was in 1942. Nero Blackstone grew up in a wealthy family, and he soon chose to pursue a career as a magician. He would become a successful one, constantly surrounded by praise and attention, which fuels his arrogance. However, after years of success, his career eventually went on a decline. To make matters worse, his wife constantly racks up debts after debts due to her spending habits. After confirming that their insurance policies are still fully paid, Nero decides to kill his wife by setting up an accident with a knife throwing trick, knowing that he would receive her insurance money to pay off all of their debts. Jessica Rose, despite her potential to be a motion picture star, chooses to work as a burlesque dancer in one of Morgue City's finest nightclubs. She would attract many powerful men and manipulate them for her own purposes. This has earned her the nickname the Femme Fatale. Jessica had an affair with a man who supposedly works for the press. This resulted in him having possessions of Jessica's private pictures, which upset her. Not wanting to risk ruining her chance at stardom, Jessica decided to lure the man into a trap by inviting him over to talk about the pictures. After seducing him, she cuffed him to a bed and stabbed him with a pair of scissors. Jack Vincent works as a policeman, but in his years of working in Morgue City, he had become a suspect in a department-wide corruption case due to him taking bribes from the mob and framing innocent people. In an attempt to cover up his tracks and preventing the mayor of Morgue City from snooping around, he called in one of his associates to discuss measures, though he would later betray him. Floyd Campbell is an up-and-coming boxer who is not only out to win his fights. When the #1 contender to the title of champion, Tony King, challenged him, Campbell was left with little time to practice. However, Campbell didn't want to risk any chance, thus he decided to wear brass knuckles hidden beneath his hand wraps, giving him not only an unfair advantage, but also an opportunity to severely damage his opponent. During his fight with King, with both the physical advantage and the referee on his side, Campbell came out victorious, severely beating King to death. At some point, Campbell, Vincent, and Nero all went to the Black Lace Burlesque Club. As they watched Jessica perform on stage, all 4 of them began to pass out. They later wake up in different parts of Morgue City, which is now infested with zombies. Having no memory of how it all happened, the 4 reunite as they try to survive in the twisted world. The only voice of guidance comes from the Shadow Man, a mysterious and unreliable figure who offers to help 4 of them to survive the undead city. After receiving an artifact known as the Summoning Key, they follow the Shadow Man's instructions and perform sacrificial rituals involving people with close relations to the 4 characters. Afterwards, they open the Apothecarian Rift, allowing the Shadow Man's overlord to take over Morgue City. Above the skies of Morgue, a gigantic tentacle monster overshadows the city. Realizing that they have been tricked into doing the Shadow Man's bidding, they set out to kill him in another sacrificial ritual. Eventually, they succeed in doing so and summon a giant gateworm in the process. Then they proceed to charge the train stations with electricity, powering it up before it hits the giant gateworm at the junction, causing a large energy beam to shoot upwards, striking the tentacle monster at its core. As they go to retrieve the summoning key, Edward Richtofen appears out of a portal and takes the key, thanking them for their effort before leaving. After that, we can only assume that Richtofen travels to the giant and then kills his younger self to carry out the plan he contrived in order to, in his words, set a universe right. So that's gonna be it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a rating and please subscribe, and have a wonderful day. And let me know down in the comment section below if you enjoyed this storyline for Shadows of Evil, because it was pretty cool in my opinion. So see you later.